Hello everyone, Palworld just made a huge announcement going into the end of this year. They are looking to end 2024 with a bang. They'll be adding another DLC or just a large update to the game, and this update will be 6 times the size of the island from the summer update. There will also be a crossover announced with a very popular game. It has been announced that Palworld will be having a crossover with Terraria. Alright, well, let's dive into the full details for what we all know so far. First, let's talk about the update. In the last update, we saw many different things added to the game. There was a new island to explore. We also saw many different pals get added, or at least subspecies of some pals. There was 24 in total, and then there was also a new tower boss that was added, and additionally we saw the oil rig base added to the game as well, which provided another fun endgame activity. There was also new buildings, and the level cap was raised. With the level cap being raised, we saw new technology tree additions, including new weapons and armor, and other great additions like the coal mine. There was also quite a few quality of life improvements, such as better pathfinding for pals, specific task assignments for pals, and more schematics for weapons. There was also the introduction of the PvP arena, allowing you to test your strength against other players. Needless to say, there was plenty of content added, which gave a lot of players a reason to return, whether that be to pick up right where you left off after you completed the main story, or simply to start a new playthrough, as there was some pals, even though they were the DLC pals, that were added to the base game and the base map, which basically were scattered around, which caused new areas to become new or feel new. And you could approach the game in different capacities because of these new pals that were added. Now, in this December update, the new playable space is supposed to be 6 times the size of the summer update space. Now, unless this space is completely empty, I'm gonna guess we could expect a whole lot of new pals. If we look at the pals from the previous region, honestly being 6 times the size, and there was 24 in the last one, does that mean we're getting 100 plus pals? Honestly, that's hard to say, and probably a bit skeptical, because we're talking about almost doubling the amount of pals that you could have in the game, because currently there are 163, but I'm pretty confident we could say if the space is 6 times the size, 100 might be a bit of a stretch, but 200 is only 37 away. So I can definitely expect that, I'm guessing we'll see quite a few pals added in and really mix up the meta, give us different ways to play, new passives to work with, and just fun things to catch, or just simply another reason to start a new playthrough. Also, we could see another level cap increase with this December update like we did with the summer update. And if we did, it's very possible we'd get new items, new armor, new weapons, and of course new technology points and new things to buy. Whether that be decorative like furniture or something that completely changed how we play the game. For example, like the ore and coal mines, how those were game changing in the sense that they basically removed some of the grind and made things a bit more manageable. So I don't know about you, but I am certainly excited for December to get here sooner rather than later. There was 4 images that were released, which I have been going through and showing in the background thus far, and these 4 images are essentially the screenshots that were released with the official announcement for this upcoming reveal in December. Sadly, we don't have a trailer yet, but I am sure it will be here ASAP. Alright, now let's talk about the crossover with Terraria. This was certainly unexpected, but any new content added to the game is definitely a plus. Now, what we can expect is hard to say. I would imagine we could, of course, see a couple of different things play out. Either we get new skins added to the game, which would be reminiscent of what we see in Terraria, and it'd be accessible through the PAL dressing facility and very easy to add to the game. It'd be similar to how we received the Halloween skins. However, that would be the simplest crossover. If they were to take things a step further, Terraria has 371 total enemy types. It is very possible that in some way they just look to bring one of these enemies to Palworld. However, I feel like it would need to be reimagined and have its graphics updated to fit within the game. We also could see a quest-like crossover where there's a specific limited time event that takes place where you could earn certain rewards for completing certain quests, and possibly even have a Terraria-style boss as the last part of the quest. Or they could keep it in forever. I think they did something like that in Monster Hunter World when they first released that. There was a Witcher crossover and they just stayed in the game permanently. It's very possible they could do something like that just to add more longevity to the game and another fun little side quest. Now, of course, all of this is speculation, but it is certainly fun to think about. Either way, though, we should know what's coming relatively soon. It's great to see that Palworld is in fact sticking to its content plans, though, and releasing content even amidst the lawsuit that's going on. What's even crazier to think about, though, is that even with this lawsuit happening, that other companies and games like Terraria, who are very well known, are looking to partner up with Palworld despite the legal concerns. I think that just shows a certain amount of trust that they have with each other and the developers of Palworld, and speaks volumes to kind of the respect that they have earned from other developers out there. So what do you think? Do you think we'll see another level cap increase? And how many pals do you think in total will get added with this new update? Also, what's your thoughts on the Terraria crossover? Have you played it before? Are you excited for this crossover? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, then please consider leaving a like and subscribing for future content.